Hey everybody, Mark Allen. Welcome back to Shed Talks. Look around. These are the things that I love to use to go out in the world and have fun. I have my Ventum bike, I've got my Pyzel surfboard, whatever it is, you have your things that you take and that enable you to go outside and really experience nature, really experience exercise, experience peak performance, good health. Today's Shed Talk, I want to talk about something that could prevent you from actually going out and doing that kind of stuff. No, it's not your job. I mean, for sure that can get in the way sometimes, but there's usually a workaround. It's not family or other commitments outside of work. Again, usually we find a way to work around those things. Now, what I want to talk about today is injury. If your sport is a dangerous sport, for sure you could get injured as you're trying to evolve and get better at it. The same if you're an endurance sports athlete. Simple overuse injuries can prevent you from getting out there and doing exactly what you love to do. And if we're injured, we're not going out and doing what we love to do. Maybe there's other things we can supplement during the interim. Maybe you have a sore knee, an ankle, your back is tight, whatever it is. There's other exercises you can do other than, as a triathlete, swimming, cycling, and running. You can do water jogging. You can do a lot of stationary work in the gym on machinery that is low impact. It's probably not your passion though, right? So we want to make sure, hopefully, that as you're going through this journey in sports and athletics and peak performance and health, that you as much as possible stay injury free. During my career, my overarching goal was not to win races. It was to go through my career and finish uninjured, not burned out, and healthy. And that was a big goal. I'd seen too many athletes in too many world-class sports at the top of their game as runners, cyclists, triathletes. Living in Boulder, Colorado, there was a lot of world-class athletes. A lot of them were forced out of the sport because of injury or being burned out or being sick, and they just couldn't get back up to where they'd wanted to. And I thought, I want athletics to be something that's part of my life forever, not just in a short time frame where I really push myself, exhaust my body, get it to a point where it doesn't really work right anymore. And then what do you have, right? So this is really just a call to kind of tune in always, check in always, use your tools, use the things in your shed to enjoy exercise, to enjoy lifestyle health, but at the same time, don't be a slave to it. If your body's saying, whoa, I need a break today, tune into that. There is nothing that will help you train better and be more fit than to be steady and consistent with your training, which means trying to prevent injuries from even happening in the first place. One of the great examples of this, it just happened, what happened to Jan Frodeno. He won the Ironman 70.3 World Championships a couple weeks ago down in South Africa, set an incredible new standard for how fast and how strong somebody can be at 70.3 distance racing. The next week, what do we see on Instagram? He's out. He has a stress fracture in his hip. I contacted him about it because I wasn't sure how it happened. He did hit the ground on the bike in the race, and I asked, was that the reason? Is that what caused the injury? And he said it may have added to it, but it doesn't make sense that would have been the sole reason why I have a stress fracture in my hip. He's out for Kona. He's had an amazing year. He won Frankfurt. He won 70.3 Worlds. He crushed Lionel Sanders at a 70.3 race. I mean, he was setting things up for one of the greatest comebacks after his 2017 Ironman, where he ended up having to walk on the run because of an injury to his lower back. It tightened up. It stiffened up. It was pinching something. Total pain. He was ready and primed to go. Now he's out. And it's not like rest 6 weeks and then come back and do Ironman. No, he's going to have to rest 6 weeks, get that thing completely healed up, and then wait another year. Another year. So, for you out there, if you have little niggling things, tend to them. Try to avoid at all costs having any little thing become a big thing that then prevents you from actually going out on a day-to-day basis and training and doing the things that you love. This is actually the first in two parts that I'm going to be talking about in Shed Talks here. This is actually just bringing up the topic of injury, and then the next in the series will be a Shed Talk on actually how you can train in the off season so that you can actually set yourself up for another great year on top of what you've just done. So stay tuned for Shed Talks. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoy all of them. Mark Allen coming at you. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.